Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Shakopee Hockey Streaming on YouTube, where we feature a Sunday evening performance scrimmage, Shakopee PWC versus Eagan here at St. Thomas Arena, right across the street from St. Thomas Academy in Mendota Heights. Beautiful complex. It's kind of a D3 college complex because this is where St. Thomas played before they opened their Penny and whatever Anderson Center this year. All right, here comes the Eagan Wildcats, followed by your Shakopee Sabres. All right, your Sabres going to be wearing black with red accents. The Wildcats wearing white with blue trim. Take a look over here. Looks like there's 11 skaters here for Eagan and one goaltender. So Sabres have a little bit more numbers. So we can bust through the wall of Eagan's goaltender. They don't have a backup, so let's hope he has an off day today. All right. Under a minute left in warm-ups. Boys warming up, getting their last few shots in, and some warm-up for their goalies. Lincoln Anderson with the white pads currently in that now. Brody Johnson takes the helm, gets a few last-minute shots on net. It's a scrimmage, so I'm guessing they're going to split it halvesies for play time between Anderson and Johnson. Fun little stat for you at home watching. Woke up to an email this morning from Eagan after we confirmed the scrimmage, saying they did a whoopsie and forgot to request some refs. So they were hoping that they could either find some refs last minute or turn to a coach controlled. So Shakopee brought its own refs. We have 2 refs from Shakopee Bantams here. Ethan Flom, that's Aiden Flom's big brother, and Dylan C. Will be reffing this game, wearing the stripes and officiating, growing the game both as a player and a reffing. So we're hoping for a good, clean game, controlled, and quality reffing, because the only people we can blame for that now is ourselves, since we drove them here. It looks like we have 70 minutes, I believe, of ice time today here at St. Thomas Arena. So we're going to start out with some 14-minute periods for this friendly scrimmage. Clock is set. Teams are doing their final little thing, and we're going to get underway. Looks like our starting lineup for the Sabres is Oliver Johnson centering. To his right is Liam Esch, and to his left is Grady Chesbo. Back at the blue line, we have Clay Violet and turn so I can see. That's Alex Erdahl. So there's your starting 5 lineup for the Sabres. And starting goaltender is Brody Johnson wearing those big black pads. Wildcats got the puck in deep, and now Sabres able to get it up and out of the zone. Oops. Sitting up kind of high, gotta get used to the camera angle. There, Liam Esch gets it down deep into the zone, hits off the end wall and off the back behind the net. Esch tries to wrap it around, and now stepping into the play is Violet. Violet holds the line. Oliver Johnson, well positioned to cover the defense, and Eagan's able to squirt it just wide. Sabres good at the line and held in now. Here's Johnson marching in, shot just deflects wide. There's a shot in, loose, and there's a quick cover and smart play as that's Chesbo getting knocked down with the whistle being blown. 13:06 left in the first period. Face-off deep in the Wildcat zone. Next up we got Flom centering Lenkeek and Kuiper. Bravo and Lewis back at the blue line. Flom tries to hold it deep. Here's Lewis stepping up in the play. He chips it up towards Flom. Flom plays it off the boards. He gets kind of tangled. Now he centers right out too. Oh, Kuiper was there. Got a stick on it. Good play by the Wildcats goaltender. And now the Wildcats, this big number 9, marching the other way, sends one well wide into the near corner. Picked up by Kuiper. Kuiper tried to feed one ahead, now picked up by Flom, right along the near boards. Flom dumps it deep and goes for a change and a collision mid-ice. And Big Brother is going to call Little Brother for a stupid play. Flom going to the box, called by his big brother at 12:18. Roughing the call at 12:18. Penalty kill about to happen for the Sabres.
Did his brother call it on penalty?
Yep.
As he should have.
We can say that these are not biased refs, as Big Brother called Little Brother.
Tell him it was such a bad penalty.
It was a horrible penalty. All right, Sabres shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. They threw 2 minutes up on the clock with a 14-minute penalty. There's Culver battling. Couldn't quite get it out of the zone, or if they did, the Wildcats were able to tag back up. Here is Lewis trying to play around, and he gets support from Bravo. Wildcats pick that up on the back and on the side, and Johnson gets that big leather down on the puck, covers up, for a whistle and stoppage of play. Johnson at the faceoff dot, sends it back towards Violet. 2 Wildcats swarm on there. Now they march in, shot right on goal, and a save by Johnson.
Let's go, PK!
Johnson once again at the dot. Johnson sends it back towards Violet. Violet chips it up to Johnson. Johnson chips it ahead. He's racing ahead, short-handed out of the Sabres. Johnson marches in, kept to the outside. Strong defense by the Wildcats. Played back behind the goal line. Johnson goes side to side, east to west. North to south, I don't know which way we're going here. That's east to west in the actual direction. But the Wildcats pick that up behind the goal line. Sabres still short-handed for penalties are not on the clock. I'm not sure where that went. Still short-handed, though, for the Sabres for probably about a minute still. Centering attempt goes right onto the stick of the friendly black sweater of Johnson. He gets out to the red line, dumps it deep, and goes for a change. Chesbo stays out on the ice to keep some pressure as the Wildcats have to go all the way down to the end boards to try to pick it up. There's Flom back out of the box, so Sabres back at full strength. And Chesbo marches in. Chesbo gets around. He's got Esch. Esch throws one at the net, and Chesbo throws one back. And quick cover by the Eagan goaltender. 10:31 left, first period.
Let's go, Shako!
All right, Flom centering between Kuiper and Lenkeek. Gets tossed into the far corner. Eagan picks that up, chips that around to the near boards. Bravo steps up into the play, holds the line. Flom back there, and Lenkeek able to steal it away for a moment, and there Kuiper gets his blade on there. Bravo steps into the play again, throws it back down deep, and Lenkeek goes around with the support of Kuiper. Back out to Bravo one more time. Bravo throws it right in on goal, deflected right out front by Kuiper, but doesn't get all the way through to the Wildcats goaltender. Flom chips it off the blade of the Wildcats, throws it up and in. Missed deflection by Flom out front. That might have been a high stick anyways, and goes wide of the net. Lenkeek gets pulled down as he's going after the puck. Wildcats dig it up and out, and now they're going for it. Thankfully, Bravo's back, pushes them wide and outside. Bravo stride for stride, keeping with the puck carrier. Played up along the near boards, but not out. Wildcats able to hold the zone. And here Kuiper does a headman pass just out of the reach of both Lenkeek and Flom. Flom battles and races hard, but the Wildcats turn the direction. Lewis throws it back up and in. Both teams going for a small change. Oh, there's just a barely miss by Bielke to try to catch it. And there's a pass over from Giesecke to Bielke. Back to Giesecke. Good give and go. They got it in the zone. Shot in on goal. And a big glove save by the Wildcat goaltender. 9 minutes even left in the first period.
Let's go, 9-8!
If you were watching this channel earlier in the day, we saw Bantam B1 take consolation championship in the Minneapolis Cup. They hit the ceiling multiple times in that rink. They will not hit the ceiling in this rink. I think the roof is twice as tall as Parade Stadium. Wildcats race it in, kept to the outside, shot misses by a mile on the backside, and now picked up by Culver. Tried to advance it ahead, chipped up and out of play into the bench of the Sabres. And so the puck will stay deep in the Sabres defensive zone with 8:27 left in the first period. There's Johnson battling, pulled back to the defense of the Wildcats. Shot just didn't get enough wood on it, and so didn't get down deep. There's Erdahl racing towards the puck. Wildcats just return the direction, back down deep. Chesbo battling along the far boards. Wildcats dump it back deep. Violet first to reach that. Violet has one on him. He tried to get it up, but it was deflected right in on. Thankfully, Johnson was hugging that post and made a save unknowingly as the puck just deflected straight in on the net. There's Oliver Johnson marching 200 feet, unable to get a shot off. Here is Erdahl stepping up in, keeping possession down deep. He's got the help of Chesbo. Now bounces up to Johnson. Johnson chips one over, just out of the reach of Esch. Esch throws one towards the net, blocked by the Wildcats defense. They push it back to the far side. Chesbo and Erdahl get over there. Erdahl able to not hold the line. Slowed it up, but the puck had enough forward momentum that it was able to get past that blue line. Erdahl quickly back, gathers that up. Wildcats went for a change. Oh, they steal it right away from Erdahl as he was going wide to try to get out of the zone. There's Chesbo, chips it up but not out. And now the bouncing puck goes back down deep into the defensive zone for your Sabres. Esch tried to bat one up ahead along the near boards, but the Wildcats again keep the pressure on, pedal to the metal as they keep it deep in our zone. Here's Erdahl chipping it up ahead. He got Chesbo. Chesbo chips it around, and now we have Johnson and Chesbo in. Johnson has Chesbo centering, just outskates the puck, found some sticky ice. There's a good battle. Lewis down deep in the play. Good puck possession. And Chesbo tried to one-time it. Got deflected wide. Chesbo sends it out towards Bravo. Bravo gets surrounded by white sweaters. Got a pile up on 494 there. And the puck squirts out back to Lewis. And out of the reach of Chesbo. Sabres were good at the line, so the Wildcats just gather that up and they skate around. Flom gave some pressure, and here's an icing. Is it going to get there? Bravo skates. Icing waved off. And here comes Flom the other direction. Now Flom's got just one in his way, including his big brother. Flom loses the puck along the near boards. And Wildcats chip one up, and here's icing with enough momentum. That's 5:45, whistle dead. Back down deep for the Sabres. Try to tip up here so you can see the scoreboard. Shots on goal right now favor Eagan, 5-2. Hope to change that and make the big red number click to 1 for the Sabres. Flom at the faceoff dot wins that, but not very cleanly, so it didn't get back to the defense. Violet able to hold the zone. Chipped out off the boards towards the net, gathered up by the Wildcat defense. They play it up off the boards, held in, at least for now, and now misplay by the Wildcats. Able to keep it in the zone. Lenke gets over, hustles to the far boards. Puck comes down a little bit further. Violet swings it over to Flom. Flom chips it up to a Wildcat. Interesting play. And they turn it around the other way and go back. So we're going to try this again. Violet now to Kuiper. Kuiper's got some clear runway. Kuiper slows the play up, throws one in. Bouncer right in on net, and glove saved by the Wildcat goaltender. 5:03 remains first period. See if we can zoom in a little bit. That might help. All right, Kisaki at the dot. He's got Bielke and Culver right and left of him. Bravo and Lewis back at D. Bouncing puck. Oh, just cleared to the side. Bielke spins, turns. Oh, we had Culver floating right there, but he didn't have enough time to pull the trigger. Out to Lewis, just inside the red line. Bravo hits Bielke in the head. Way to use your head, Bielke. Slows it down. Sabres good at the line. He dumps it deep. Culver's marching in, looking for a centering opportunity. Culver battling, steals the puck away, but he's got Wildcats swarming all over him. They march up along the near boards, chip it up and out of the zone. Bravo tries to send it ahead. It would have been offsides. Bielke back, and Gisaki sends it in. But now picked up, and here is Lewis gathering that at the red line. Lewis puts the pedal to the metal, skates around. He's on his backhand, centers to no one, and the Wildcats just chip it up, but not very deep, as Bravo was able to intercept that. But now Wildcats pick that up and send the other way. Sent in, hard angle. Johnson, 1-2 big saves, gathers that up, and a whistle and a pile up. Brody Johnson felt the pressure and withstood the crock pot of the pressure cooker. Those are two different cooking devices. That was a bad analogy. Quality saves there as Wildcats had multiple rebounds with the puck just out of the reach of his glove. There's Johnson winning it over to Chesbo. Chesbo on the far corner has the help of Erdahl. Erdahl tried to backhand it up to Oliver Johnson. And now Oliver almost sprung himself, but the Wildcats turn it around. Now we have Chesbo and Johnson. Chesbo chips it ahead. Johnson goes in to battle. We got Esch over on the far side. Violet playing the blue line. Where's the puck? I lost it. Whistled, offsides. 3:50 stoppage of play. Every rink's a new rink, and I got to get used to these angles to make sure I'm panning up and down. So if I'm missing a little bit of the play, I apologize. I'm trying to learn where my arms should be positioned. There is Flom at the faceoff dot, one back towards the Wildcats defense. They swing it and try to send it into the zone. Here we have Erdahl feeding it over to Violet. Violet wrapped it up to Kuiper. Kuiper tried to just do a headman pass. He gets it up to Flom now. Flom tries to pull it off the boards, and the Wildcats try to steal it away. Violet spins it back the other way. Flom, just had the puck poked off his stick. And there's Kuiper from his knees trying to get the puck. There we go. Swing it to some open ice. Erdahl there backhands it up, and Flom has a little bit of room. Flom battling, loses the puck, gets it in deep, held at the line by Violet, chipped up, and leg pad saved by the Wildcats goaltender. They are able to get out of trouble, send it down the length of the ice. It's going to be a little bit wide. Icing is the call, 2:56.
Let's go, Sabres!
So far, only one penalty assessed in the game from Flom to Flom. 2:56 left in the first period. There's Giesecke. Has it out to Bravo. Bravo shot gets deflected by a Wildcat. Now Lewis, big shot, deflects off a couple and barely misses. There's Bielke trying to send one in. Wildcats pick that up and they're marching the other way. Bravo slows up that entry, but he stays with the puck. Centering pass, oh no. Johnson, huge save! And picks up 5. Bravo! Bravo stick handles, tries to get the defense to commit. Bravo just gets it down, deflects wide as he shoots one towards the net. Culver battling along the far side. There's Bielke. Through the paint. Just had a slow backhander not connect to the back of the net. Here's a missed pass. Tipped call. Icing waved off. Lewis back first. Tried to play the puck and now out right into the feet and now into the feet of Bravo. That rebound that popped out could not be capitalized by the Wildcats. There's deflected wide, that time by Lewis off the net. And there's Bielke trying to send it out. Wildcats shoot it right into the chest to Johnson. Johnson holds on real tight, loses the puck in the pads. He's squirming, looking for it. He might have to take his leg pad off. This is where white pads come in handy to be able to spot it. All right, we found the puck. 1:46 left in the first period. All right, the other Johnson, Oliver, at the faceoff dot. Loses it in his feet. Chesbo pokes it away from going towards the crease. Esch tried to poke it ahead. In on the net. Loose, but no goal. Violet cleans that out. Johnson made the save and then lost it for a moment. And his defensive partner, Violet, saved the day and pulled it away. There's a flash of a leather glove and a whistle as Johnson gloved it and held on for a whistle. 1:29 remains opening frame of this game. Same 5 out for the Sabres. Wildcats doing well at winning these faceoffs. There's just wide. Johnson was following it, but was out of his reach as it went wide of the net. Played up. Oh, Wildcats have a good opportunity. Oh, thankfully they missed the net. And now cleared out again by Violet. Good defensive play. Wildcats try to send it up and out, and now chipped up. Erdahl got it up out of the zone and pulled into the zone too quickly. Are the Wildcats for an offsides? 1:11 remains first period. We have Kuiper, Flom, and Lenkeek up front. Lewis and Bravo back at D. Again, the Wildcats control, get it down deep in the zone. Bravo loses a stick. Oh, stick drag, and Lenkeek there to offer some good D. And missed play. And that is going to be played by the goaltender, so icing waved off. Less than a minute remains in the opening frame. Comes out of the zone quickly. Lewis loses his footing. Eagan could be off to the races, but Lenkeek, great back checking, gets back there to take away any sort of breakaway opportunity. There's Bravo battling one Wildcat, who's a wild child, making the most of every effort. Shot towards the net, hits the side, and gloved behind the goal line, but Johnson felt danger and wanted to face off in front instead of some sort of stick poke to the side. Sabres changing out the line. We're going to Giesecke, Bielke, and Culver. Played back to Bravo. Bravo behind the goal line. 22 seconds left. Looking to move that up. They get it up and picked up by Culver. Culver's off to the races. Culver in, shot, save, and rebound opportunity by Giesecke. His stick hit a Wildcat stick, so good defense there. Wildcats goaltender is going to stay perfect through one. So are the Sabres. As the horn sounds, through one, both teams perfect. We'll be back to you after this.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza. All right, we're at our first intermission. 43 minutes left of ice time still. So we're going to probably do 2 14 more minute periods. Be able to get the full time in without any sort of need for a running clock. Might even be able to extend that third period to longer than 14 minutes potentially if the whistles stay tame. Both coaches talking to their teams. Goaltending has been outstanding so far for both ends of the ice. So it's going to see who breaks the seal first. It's probably going to win. First goal in a close game like this usually is the team that gets the momentum and the ice tilted. All right, we're going to start the second period here. Looks like we're going with the line of Johnson, Chesbo, Esch up front, with Erdahl and Violet back at D. Your Sabres going from right to left on your radio dial. 14 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Good play by Erdahl. Oh, Erdahl just had it poked off his stick. I think he wanted to turn and run up ice.
Doesn't help when you lose confidence in all your receivers because you drop the damn ball.
Here's Erdahl sending it over to Chesbo. Chesbo has to kick it to his blade. Chesbo tries to get around. He does. Battling in front of 3 Wildcat defenders. He just chips it deep, and the Sabres go to work deep in the zone. Played up along the near boards. There's Erdahl battling. Johnson spins and hits around to the end side in case that puck pokes out. And the Wildcats find an outlet pass. Just Violet back. They're forced to dump it into the near corner. There's Johnson and Erdahl battling the one Wildcat, and Erdahl wins that battle. He plays it up off the boards, but out to the Wildcats D, who spins and turns it in on net. Hard shot well wide, just into that near corner. Erdahl again, all over the puck handler. There's Chesbo battling as well. Puck gets squirted behind the goal line. And Violet is back now. So we have four Sabre defenders behind the goal line. And thankfully the Sabres come out with it. There's Johnson marching up ice with Chesbo. Johnson, look to spin and turn it up ice. Chesbo right down in his office. Spins, throws one in on net. Big loose puck. Kuiper racing in but can't reach the puck in time. There's Bravo throwing it in offsides at 12:17.
You wanted to hit that kid so bad.
Face off by Flom. One ahead, controlled by the Wildcats. Held in the zone by Lenke. Sent out. Flom tried to settle it down. Now Lewis is battling right along the near boards. Puck does come out. Lenke stride for stride with the Wildcats. We have Bravo back as well. Bravo is keeping him to the outside. Lenke takes down his player and himself in the same time. Pass up towards Flom, out of his reach. Goes right in on net. No, just wide. Icing the call at 11:43. So we're going back the other way.
Intensity, boys. Hey, find your gear. Let's go.
Once again, Wildcats, had a genuine opportunity there. Thankfully didn't find the Wildcat stick, but they are out dueling us on faceoffs. All right, dug out of the corner and carried up. Culver gets up, loses an edge, takes out a Wildcat in the process. And we have a delayed penalty coming up on the Wildcats. They're gonna call Culver for whistle. There we go. Let's see what the call is. A trip on Culver. So second penalty kill of the night for the Sabres upcoming with 11:11 left on the clock in the second period. That's Culver to the box for tripping. So Johnson, Chesbo, Erdahl, and Violet, your four PK defenders out there. Wildcats try to spin. Erdahl battling, or excuse me, that was Chesbo battling. Forced them to play it in and gets it up and out. Stick goes wide and through. Johnson marching in shorthanded. Gets thwarted as the Wildcats able to slow the direction up. There's a great play by Johnson throwing it in. Chesbo steals it away. Chesbo shorthanded, tries to march to the center, and his stick got tied up and puck up and over the net. Chesbo, had he been able, doing a few more reps of those weights, could have been able to pull his stick through, but he had two sticks down, tying him up. There's Chesbo once again making a play for the puck. And comes the other way. Wildcats good at the line. Shot in on net, deflected aside by Johnson. And here is Erdahl picking it up. Erdahl tried to skate right through Chesbo, loses the puck, and the Wildcats spin it the other way. 17 seconds left on the PK. Spun around. Tie that guy up. There we go. That is Violet picking it up, playing it up along the near boards, running into a Wildcat. They hold the zone, and he's marching up in the center. Shot, score. Power play goal for the Wildcats at 9:42 of the second period. Just came in on the near post, out of the reach of Johnson. There's Flom. Battling. Again, won by the Wildcats. There, Lenke gets a stick on it. Flom staying with the play. Wildcats carry it in. Pushed off the puck a little bit was a Lewis. Shot in on goal. 2 saves. Glove down. Pile up in the crease. And whistle bad. Puck maybe wasn't covered. Johnson down in a bad position, so we got a friendly whistle at 9:29.
Good job, bud.
There's Flom sending it. Wildcats dump it into the near corner. There's Lenke skating. Tried to get it up and out, and now picked up. Here it is, 3-on-1. Headman pass by Bravo up to Kuiper. Kuiper trying to settle the puck down. Flom going right to the net. There's Bravo coming with the puck. Puck in on net. Flom shot. Loose. Flom gets knocked down. Puck still loose. Comes out to the line. Lewis. Shot towards the net. Just wide. Kicked by the Wildcat. Out of the reach of Flom. Wildcats try to gather that up. Most pressure the Sabres have had so far in the game. And Sabres touch up. Sent in on net. And they go back to work. Here's Kuiper marching around to the far corner. Kuiper meets it first, sends it back down deep. Flom picks up the pace, meets the Wildcat player, sends up along to Lewis, out to Lenke. Lenke holds it. Lewis tried to chop it down, but the Wildcats get going the other way. Lewis back checking with Bravo in front, forces him wide, and misses the net well wide. Puck still deep in the Sabres zone. As Bravo tangles with the Wildcats, there it gets up to Lenke. Lenke chips it up and out of the zone, and Wildcats regain and send it in offsides. 8:04 left in the second period. Wildcats hanging on to a slim 1-0 lead. Shots on goal right now, 14 for the Wildcats, 11 for your Sabres. Puck drop, and Giesecke at the faceoff dot. Wildcats again control, but quickly picked up by Giesecke. He tries to send it up with the help of Bielke. Culver, good back checking. And there's 2 defenders right in front with Violet and Erdahl. Wildcats look to center and goes in off the skate of Erdahl, but thankfully deflects wide. Erdahl was right in front of the crease. Now with Anderson, I don't know how these goaltenders do it, but Anderson now in the crease, helming the goal as Johnson, nearly perfect with a plethora of shots in his time, a period and a half. I always miss the goalie change. There is an offside, 7:18.
Let's go, 7-3.
All right, Johnson, Chesbo, and Ash up front. Again, Wildcats pull it right back to their D. And they send it in. They're calling it good. He reached the red line, I guess. Lewis slows up play, tries to find some open ice to make a pass. He chooses to go towards Ash. Ash tried to feed up to Johnson, held by the Wildcats. And they dump it back down deep and keep the pressure on. Played along the near boards. Johnson was racing, hoping to spring himself. But instead, the Wildcats throw it back down deep. Lewis steals the puck away. He loses it, though, between his legs. There, he finds it, and Chesbo meets the boards as he gets shoved in there. Lewis now behind the goal line, tries to feed it over to Ash. Ash plays it up, but not out, as, again, the defense for Eagan has been great holding the blue line. Lewis loses his footing, and Ash there. Now the puck squirts to the near corner. Chesbo marching along. 6:17 and counting. D-to-D pass by the Wildcats. And they're able to throw it back down deep as Ash tried to hustle up. Deflected right out front. Oh, Anderson followed it the whole way, but the Wildcats had a good opportunity. Chipped up ahead. Johnson and Chesbo go for a race, and the puck squirts just ahead and out of play, and smart play by the Wildcats, Tendy, to cover that up before the Sabres can get a shot off. We had a 2-on-0, and the goaltender got in the way. 5:56 left.
Hey, here we go,
Flom tried to box out on that, but again, goes back to the Wildcats D. Sent out wide. Violet holds the line, sends one in, deflects off a Wildcat, and now bumps up and over the stick of Lenke. Erdahl holds on to it. Erdahl swings it D to D over to Violet. Violet hits the red line, tries to throw it in, hits Kuiper instead, so it doesn't go very deep. Erdahl has to race back to catch that up. Battle along the near boards. A one by the Wildcats. They come out. He's going wide. Good defensive play by Violet. Spins it out to Lenkeek. Lenkeek off to the races. There's a Wildcat. That should be an interference call. That should have been a missed interference call on the referees. Coach Erdahl had his arm up. There's Violet holding it. Violet dumps it deep, but the Wildcats gather that up. Puck dumped in from the blue line, picked up by Erdahl. 4:41 and counting. Erdahl plays it up off the boards. Now Flom does too, gets it up and out of the zone. Flom marching ahead. He gets trapped by two Wildcats. Stays with the play, gets a deep centering pass over to Kuiper, and Kuiper holds on, or the goalie holds on. Kuiper threw one towards the net. Goaltender followed it the whole way. Played by Giesecke. He's got Culver sitting right in front of the crease. Played up along. Bravo steps up. Can't quite hold it. And so now we have just Lewis back. 2-on-1. Lewis pushing him to the outside. Good defense by Lewis. Lewis even steals the puck away. And he can spring himself. Could be 3 wide for the Sabres going back. Lewis steps in. He's still on his backhand. Spins. Throws one straight across the ice. Can't connect with Giesecke or Bielke. Wildcats, block shot by Giesecke. Giesecke tried to pull it to his forehand. Can't hold it. They're hit off Lewis's skate. Bravo chips one up backhanded, keeps it in the zone. Here is Culver. Oh, can't quite pull it, and the Wildcats take the pressure off, and in fact coming in the other way. Here's Lewis and Bravo back quickly. Shot in on goal, and Anderson covers up. 3:34. Defensive faceoff upcoming. Again, Wildcats win it right back to their D. That might be the ticket to helping us get ahead in this game if we can win some faceoffs. Chesbo chases. Oh, that was Esch down to try to hold the line. And now Wildcats march up, pass over to their winger, and Violet forces them to stay to the outside. Centering attempt. Tied up. There's Violet doing all the work in the defensive zone. Chips it up and out to the blue line. Wildcats again keep it. Centering. Tangled up by Erdahl. Erdahl finds Chesbo. Chesbo marches ahead. He's got Johnson there. But the Wildcats spin and turn it the other way. These kids could just slow down. I could ring it. Whoa! Up over the head of Anderson, number 42 for the Wildcats, put number 2 on the board at 2:39. That was an outstanding shot and one that's going to go in most times. All right, Flom now taking the face-off. Eagan once again wins that face-off. I don't know if the Sabres have won a face-off yet this game. All right, back to Bravo behind the goal line. He cuts in, and finds, he does not find Kuiper. Tried to find Kuiper. Now the Wildcats throw it in offsides, 2:20. Time of that whistle.
Let's do this. Let's start to set the Vikings as first round draft pick.
Flom, they're trying to win it forward, kicks it up. Oh, just out of his reach. If he can get his legs moving, he can get there. Goaltender felt pressure and gloved it down. And then Flom gets thrown to the ice by the defense of the Wildcats. Flom tried to poke it out of the glove before the whistle. Wildcats defense took some objection to that. Sending them both, that's a good play. That's fine. Flom going to the box, as well as the Eagan Wildcats. So coincidental penalties. Well, we have a penalty up on the board. It should be coincidentals. I'm not sure exactly what that's going on here. 2:12, there's the clock going. 5-on-5 hockey. Lewis swings it over to Lenke. Shot in. Oh! Wildcats goaltender flashes the leather and holds on. 1:54 left in the second period. Face off deep in the offensive zone. Culver now at the dot, flanking Lenkeek and Kuiper. With Flom in the box, visiting his mom who's tending the box. That's Kuiper swinging it out to Bravo. Big shot in, leg pad rebound, just out of the reach of Culver. There's Lewis stepping up into the play. Puck goes down deep. Lenkeek battling to get there. Wildcats redirected to the near boards. Lewis couldn't quite hold it, and puck trickles up and out of the zone. Bravo first to play it, hits it to this side of the red line. And now Lewis marches in, loses the puck, loses it still, stays with the play, just out of the Go-Go Gadget arm reach. And now one Wildcat chips it up ahead as Lenkeek tries to backpedal it along the far boards, but they stay with it. Centering attempt thwarted by Bravo. Less than a minute remains in the second period. And played up out of the reach. Wildcats reach up to it at their blue line. And Kuiper deep in the zone, forced to hold on to the puck, and Wildcats send it the other way. Lewis battling along the far side. They should have been coincidentals there. No, neither should have been out of the box. They're supposed to stay in the box till the whistle. But both penalty boxes clear on the coincidentals. And Lenkeek throws one into the far corner. We have a whistle. I missed what that whistle was for. I think maybe the ref was saying my bad on something. I see what Dylan's saying. Dylan is saying something. And Lenkeek going to the box. What's the signal?
Come on, ref.
I don't know what the call was.
Hey, let's just get it clear.
Lenkeek in the box for a minute 30 now, I guess they decided to do, instead of 2 minutes. Here's Erdahl with 9 seconds left in the period. Shorthanded, just tried to dump it deep, keeps it out of the zone, and time will expire in the second period. All Wildcats, all second period. They get 2 on the board. And we'll be back for third period action in just a few moments.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza. All right, so we just got an update here to see what was happening. The referees called too many men on the Sabres due to the fact that both penalty boxes were released during coincidental penalties. Eagan's got to the bench quick enough. Sabres were called for too many men. Both should have stayed in until the next whistle and then released as they were playing 5-on-5. I don't know who to yell at. I don't know. Should I yell at Aiden, Cassie, or Ethan? I'm not sure.
Yes. One of you made a mistake. Just blanket. You start by saying I'm the only one.
The video guy was awesome, though. All right, so the Sabres starting shorthanded for 111 with number 41 in the box. 18 minutes on the clock. It looks like they'll just go running time for the 19 minutes left in ice time. Played up. Bravo gets hooked. Missed hook. Shot in on goal. Anderson with a stick save pushed to the far side. Here's Chesbo battling, keeps it to the outside. And now Chesbo spins, finds the break. No, he does not. Outside and brought back in quickly. And there's the Wildcats offside at 17:34. 45 seconds still left in the penalty. It's not running time, so they put 18 minutes up, but we only got 19 minutes left of ice time. So we're going to end the game on the ice clock, it looks like, instead of the scoreboard clock. Wildcats once again win the face-off. There's Violet and Giesecke on the near side. Wrapped around by Erdahl to Giesecke. Giesecke looked to go to Bielke, but instead keeps it himself. Loses the puck, stays with the play. Puck's just floating out in the zone, and now flipped down, and that's going to go right on net. Anderson waiting for it. Anderson leaves it for Erdahl. Erdahl bothered right away by that white sweater of the Wildcats, and Giesecke picks that up along the near boards. Pulled off the boards, and Wildcats.
Come on, Chaco!
Now we got 5-on-5 hockey, so Sabres killed off that penalty. Shot through the paint and picked up now by Giesecke. Giesecke, headman passes it to Culver. Culver was going to be pushed off the puck if that landed on his stick, as he was well defended. There's Erdahl and Violet. Puck hits the outside of the post, makes a ting. And able to stay in the zone. Wildcats staying pedal to the metal. And here's a danger zone sent in and wide. Anderson was following it. Couldn't get his glove on it. Thankfully, it's well wide. And here's Giesecke just flipping it up off the boards, down the ice. Might be, oh, he let off the gas. He could have maybe reached it. 16 minutes left and counting. Now they went to running time. Puck goes deep in the zone. Sabres down by 2 and need to dig deep. Wildcats again control after the faceoff. There's Lewis with a great boot save. Small little check into the boards by the Wildcats on Lewis. Anderson makes the save, pops up and over the net. And here is Kuiper trying to battle through the Wildcats. They hold it into the zone, though. Lenke tries to feed up to Johnson, out of his reach, and they're deflected wide by Kuiper. Wildcats look to spin. They do send it in to the far boards. Lewis picks that up. He's got a little bit of time. Lewis tries to pull it off the board. Stolen away by the Wildcats. backhander saved by Anderson. Comes to the near side. Kuiper spins it around behind the goal line where there's a Wildcat. Bravo gets tangled up and loses, tripped up. They're going to let both play. Wildcats hold the line, and now we have a whistle, arm up, and a hook trip. A hook trip? Both actions. I'm not sure which one was the right one. A hooky trip. But that should be, I think, a power play on the Sabres. First one of the game as we got a hooky trip. Oh, there's a trip now. 14:24 on the running clock. So when they had a penalty, they stopped the clock. When it's our power play, they do not stop the clock. Ash tried to feed it back to his defense. Wildcats intercepted it and move it the other way. So Sabres need to get one on the board here to try to make a game of it and put the pressure on for the Wildcats. Violet chips it up, just couldn't control it by Ash as that was a bouncer. All right, Erdahl over to Violet. Violet gets almost to the red line to Giesecke, loses it, and Wildcats get it out of the zone quickly. Violet pressures along the near boards. Where is it? Man, these Wildcats are good. 40 seconds left in the power play. Chesbo gets tied up, loses a stick, just kicks it deep into the zone and goes back. And now that's a second Sabre losing their stick. They're just poking it out of our hands. Violet gets knocked down. That could have been an arm. Violet able to throw it down deep in the zone. Power play for 13 more seconds. Held by Giesecke. He spins, throws it back down deep. Chesbo there. Played along the near boards, out towards Violet. Violet holds it, keeps it deep. And now Giesecke kicks it to Violet. Violet throws it towards the net. Power plays up. Sabres keep the pressure on. Thrown toward the near boards. Out to Violet. Violet just dumps it deep as he was pressured. And that's to Chesbo. Chesbo finds some open ice over towards Erdahl. Erdahl just swings it back down deep. Ash is right there. He's got Wildcat sweaters all over him. And Giesecke and Violet have to retreat. Oh, Giesecke's going for a change. Played it back to Violet. Sabres keep the pressure on. Violet hits the blue line, dumps it deep, and we got 4 of 5 changing. Close to too many men there as the puck comes up and out. There's Bielke spinning, getting in the way. Johnson, can't quite keep it on his stick. Puck stays in. Whistle from somebody. That might have stayed in, but we got a whistle offsides, 11:58 and counting in the third period. Johnson. Wildcats tried to control it, spun it around, played it ahead. Now they control the puck. Lewis gets tripped up in the play, no arm up. Shot in on, and Lewis holds on to that post and gets the whistle. Lewis, Anderson, Lincoln. Lincoln holds on, not Lewis, I don't know who. One of them kids. Anderson hogging the post, and we got a whistle. Looks like the net might be off the mooring. It is for sure. So we're going to have a face-off in the zone still, but Anderson hugging as tight as he can. Keeps the puck out of the back of the net. All right, so 12 minutes of ice time left. We got a running clock. Just under 11 minutes left on the game clock. Face-off controlled still by the Wildcats. And I think we know what the next practice will be, and that's face-offs. And Kuiper tries to play it up, but instead plays it right up to a Wildcat. Here's Lewis. Lewis could maybe get around the defense. Instead, he chips a backhander softly deep in the zone. And they're going for work. Kuiper and Landkeek there. Landkeek spins, sends one just wide of the net. And there's Lewis in deep. Lewis plays one towards the net, but behind the goal line. Kuiper Lenkeek gets knocked down. That's a big number 9 there. Just runs right through Lenkeek. Bravo holds the line, chips one down deep. 9:48 and counting in the third period. There's Lewis tangling, falls down on a Wildcat. Bravo picks the puck, walks in, sent just wide of the net. Sabres look a little slow to the puck. There's Bravo again, deflects out front, but wide. Number 9 slaps it up, but not out. There's Lewis throwing it right back at the net. Hits the leg pads and deflects wide. Shot in towards the net, cleaned up by the Wildcats D. And now they just take the pressure off by sending one down the length of the ice. There's icing. No? Icing waved off. I guess as both teams change. Bravo marches ahead. Bravo hits the line 4 wide with the Sabres. Throws one in. And, I thought it was a glove save. But knocked down by the glove and a whistle dead at 8:48.
Hey, here we go, 90!
Backhander towards the net, can't connect. There was Ash trying to get a stick on it, but it just went behind him. Bouncing puck out front. That is Johnson stepping up. Eagan very physical. They get one last little push each time. There's Erdahl at the puck. There's 2 Wildcats who seems to be on the puck most times. Sent out, deflected wide off the skate of Violet, thankfully. Picked up by Ash. Ash tried to headman pass over to Johnson, misses the mark. Goes wide off the near boards, and icing at 7:52 will go deep in the zone. Sabres got to learn to win a faceoff. A tripping hook? Okay. Is that a double minor then? Just, yeah. All right. Played out centered. Thankfully, Erdahl had the winger tied up. Comes up. Culver trying to pull it off the boards. He gets it up and out. Whistled offsides. 7:15 in the third period.
Hey, come on, Sabres, get deep!
Bialke tried to feed it over to Culver. Deflects deep in the zone off of Culver's stick. Bialke pressuring in the far, near boards. Giesecke tries to send it deep, but Wildcats find the puck. Violet almost holds the line. Spins. Sabres good at the line right now. Giesecke just able to dump it. Bouncer slowed up by the Wildcats. And that was Culver just out of the reach of that puck. Just been arm's length too far away on a few different opportunities. Wildcats looking for an exit. Puck carrier decides to sort of skate it and then pass it and then skate it. And now offsides is the call at 6 minutes even left in the game. All right, Johnson at the dot with Lenkeek and Kuiper. Bravo battling along the near boards. We got 2 Sabres now, 2 Wildcats, and Bravo still going at it. Wildcats dump it down deep, pulls it out. He's gonna look for a wraparound. Oh, and Anderson got back just in time. Whistle dead again as the net again comes off the moorings. This time on both sides. They need some stronger pegs. All right, so we'll have a face-off deep in the zone once again for the Sabres. Same 5 out there. Johnson at the dot. Johnson wins one over to Kuiper. Kuiper can't hold on, and the Wildcats regain control. Lewis got in the way and got it to Lenkeek. Lenkeek tried to chip it up. Now a spinning, rolling puck advanced ahead by Bravo. Wildcats stay with the play right in front of the Sabre bench. Played out to some open ice. Oh, could have sprung Kuiper had that gotten through. Wildcats dump it deep. Lewis skates back to the puck. 4:21 left in the game. Clearing attempt hit a Wildcat and so stays deep in the zone. All right, out to Johnson. Johnson misses the pass originally. Now Wildcats redirect and come the other way. Kuiper marches in around Johnson, tries to feed over to Lenkeek, just out of Lenkeek's reach again. Everything's just a little too far. Kuiper almost reached that one, but again, just a little off target. Played out towards the net, and Wildcats regain that and come the other way. One-on-one. Bravo, Bravo. Kuiper. There's a delayed penalty. Kuiper got dropped in neutral ice, and so Sabres getting some extra time on the man advantage. Shoot one into the near corner, touched up by Eagan, and the Sabres will go on a late power play, down by 2 with 3:18 left in the game.
Sabres.
10 seconds already run off the power play for the Sabres. Chesbo first there, backed up by Erdahl. Sends it right out to Erdahl. Erdahl throws one in, hits the boot of an Eagan player, so not even gets to the net. We haven't challenged the Eagan goaltender enough to know how good he is. Out to Violet. Violet! Shot. Oh, blocks by the Wildcats. Over to Erdahl. Erdahl picks it up, throws one wide of the net, and now over to Kuiper. Oh, Violet just misses his twig touching that vulcanized rubber. And here's Erdahl coming from inside the blue line. He's going to pick up speed, loses the puck as it went ahead of his stick. Dumps it down deep. Culver tied up. And Eagan along the near boards able to advance it up and out of the zone. 1:58 and counting in the game. It dies. Oh, died right at the goal line. Could have been icing. All right, Erdahl now marching the other way. Sabres could get ahead. Erdahl gets tripped up. That was incidental contact, no call. Chesbo body checked into the wall, no call there. Kiwis, that's not okay. It looks like we got an empty net for the Sabres. So 6 men out for the Sabres. There was 6 men out there for the Wildcats. No extra man, too many men call on the Wildcats there. Bravo takes away. He played the hands. 1:06 remain. Lots of screaming in this rink. Power play is up for the Sabres. Up and out of the zone. There's advanced ahead by Giesecke. Everyone's streaming at everyone. Loud noises! Oh, goalie wanted his own goal. Stolen away by Bielke. Thrown one in on net. Big kick save by the Wildcats goaltender. Giesecke tried to slow it up. Held at the line by Erdahl and now just chipped up and out. Chipped back down deep to hold it out of the empty net. Now Johnson deep in the zone. Swings it around to Bravo. Bravo chips it up off the boards. And the Wildcats able to get it up and out. Erdahl with 10 seconds left. Looks to spin. He's going to march right in. Tries to get through 2 Wildcats. Shot! Big save by the Wildcats in the waning seconds. And with that, time expires. And the Eagan Wildcats take down your Shakopee Sabres 2-1, or 2-0. Shots on goal looks like final 22 shots for the Wildcats, just 16 for the Sabres. But the number that matters is 2-0. That's your Sunday evening hockey soiree here on Shakopee Hockey Streaming. Boys are back in action, I think, next Friday. Tournament time, Somerset, Wisconsin. New streaming thread on that one. Look for the Facebook PWC page to find the link for each of the games. So that is new streaming thread on Friday's game for the Somerset tournament. Look for the Facebook PWC page for the correct streaming link or for it to be streamed there. Thanks for watching.